Hello Crypto Geeks, welcome to another exciting video. Big news for you guys today. Just about an hour ago there was a release of another document that we have been waiting for since the discovery hearing yesterday. If you remember what happened in the discovery hearing, they agreed at the end that they would send the court by tonight. They would send a letter, a joint letter on what they have decided to do and how this interview or this deposition that's going to happen with Mr. Hinman is going to go. Now, the SEC and Ripple did have their meeting last night. They did have another meeting this morning, and they have finally come out with that letter. What's in that letter, I'm about to tell you. But let me say, please, if you've not clicked that like button, please click the like button. It really helps me out, helps promote this video. And please click subscribe if you have not subscribed. Also, I'm not giving you any financial or legal advice. Always do your own research. So what's in that letter is basically Ripple and the SEC saying we have began talking, and those points of discussion have been very fruitful, and we have come to some agreements. Now, what are they talking about specifically? Here is talking about points that they can ask Mr. Hinman. If you remember in the court hearing yesterday, the judge, although she accepted the deposition and it went through, she said with some restrictions. So that, the question that he's going to be asked have to be restricted to what's relevant to this court hearing. So, and she told them to meet with each other to determine what those questions that are relevant are going to be, and then send her a joint letter. So they're saying we've come to some conclusion and some agreement as to the type of questions that we're gonna, ask that are relevant to this case, but we've not come to a full conclusion, a full resolution, and therefore we have both agreed that we need more time. If you remember, Ripple had wanted to do this deposition by Monday, the 19th. So they have now officially delayed it for a little over a week. I believe it's the 27th is the new date that they've put in that letter, which again is about not that far away. We're looking at about a week and a half until we get this deposition. Now, this is a good sign that finally, the SEC and Ripple are actually coming into some agreements. Yes, they've had various meetings throughout the last couple of weeks. This is not their first meeting by no means, but most of the meetings have resulted in letters being sent back to the court system saying we can't reach any conclusions. They're not listening to us, we're not listening to them. So figure this out for us. And the response from the judge has been get back onto the talking table. And finally, they actually have come to some conclusion, if you want to call it that, but they're still in the midst of talks. Now, the nice thing about them talking is that any point between these discussions, if they feel that their differences have narrowed down, so they talk about this and they're narrowing down, as he says, you can ask these questions, and Ripple says, yeah, we're okay with asking these questions. They can actually, within these discussions, talk about the potential for a settlement. They may come to a point saying, you know what, yeah, this is the position, you can do all these, but it sounds like you can do this for us. Will you be able to do this? And then, these are the starting points for settlement. So this is a very good sign for Ripple, very good sign for this court hearing, and a very good sign for XRP. I know people really hate delays, and we have, SEC has really their strategy from day one, it looks like, has been trying to delay this court hearing or resolving this problem as far as they can to hurt Ripple as a company, affecting their business. If you remember recently, they tried to hurt them through their contact with MoneyGram. So the SEC has been trying to hurt Ripple's business, and delaying, this case is one of those, the ways that they have been doing that. But it's nice that, again, finally, they're getting on the talking table. The price of XRP has not yet reflected either positively or negatively in relevance to what's happened in the last discovery hearing and what's happening today in these documents, but that's to be expected. And in fact, not only is that to be expected, that's actually a great sign for this case, because the whole point is that Ripple, what happens to Ripple impacts XRP, and Ripple has been arguing from day one that Ripple is really not completely relevant to XRP, and the price of XRP has not been reacting to what's happening with Ripple. So this is one of the supporting points that they can probably use moving forward, is that look at, what's happening with these court hearings or, discovery hearings. You're having a lot of positive news for Ripple, but it's not really impacting the XRP price. So that's actually, in terms of its impact on the court hearing and on this lawsuit, it's actually positive. But I think we're going to see, as the market starts to shape up and get stronger, you're going to see some big gains for XRP, and those gains are going to reflect everything positive that's happened over the last little while. This is not the first positive news that XRP has had, or Ripple that has had, in relevance to this lawsuit, right? That they've had a lot of positive news from this lawsuit, and it really, I mean, if you go back and you look far, you're really seeing this case come very close to an end in terms of this discovery phase, and really the evidence that the SEC has in order to make Ripple fail in this lawsuit. And really the onus is on the SEC to prove that Ripple knew all along that they were selling a security. And by the day, and in fact, sometimes it's by the minute when you're in those court hearings, you're seeing the SEC show lack of notice, lack of their own understanding of crypto. Forget about, understanding XRP specifically. They lack understanding of crypto and lack any sort of management ability and lack any notice that they've provided to any crypto company. And they've really shown that there's a lot of illegitimacy within the SEC, particularly within their contact with Ethereum Foundation. I know we keep talking about this, but this was brought up in court yesterday by the Ripple lawyer, and they made it public. These court hearings, yes, they're not recorded live for us, for the viewers, but there is a record of these court hearings, and for something like that to be brought up within a court hearing, this is public record. And really that there was a meeting, imagine a meeting between Hinman and the Ethereum Foundation one week before his speech in 2018. So all of this is really going to hurt the SEC long term, beyond this case. And this is why the SEC is really right now doing their best to fix their image, much past this lawsuit. Even their Twitter, you're starting to see some changes to their tone. They've changed their Twitter slogan or whatever it is, tag. Just today, actually, they deleted the old tag. They put in a new tag because they're getting so much negative feedback through their social media. And this is one of the ways that XRP community as a whole and crypto community, I mean, really, this lawsuit is bigger than XRP. I know we all say it, and I'm going to say it for the 1 millionth time. This case is really going to determine how crypto moves forward. If, and this is a very small if Ripple loses, then the crypto market is really heading downhill. And I don't know really how easy it would be to recover. Because you have to remember, if they win, then the SEC know they have a very strong case against many of the other cryptos that have much less funding than Ripple does, and that they're much more of securities. Really, Ripple is much less of a security than Ethereum and other cryptos out there. And I'm not going to name them because I know people get hurt when you mention the name of a crypto they hold. But there are a lot of cryptos out there. The vast majority of them are more of securities than XRP. And I'm not saying they are securities, but I'm saying they're more if you're going to say XRP is a security. XRP is not a security, neither are they. But I'm saying if XRP becomes the metric for what is a security and what is not, and XRP is somehow, foolishly declared a security, then really this metric is going to lay many, many, many cryptos beyond most of these meme coins that have zero utility. Most of them are going to be securities. So really, this, it's great to see that the entire crypto community has backed Ripple and backed XRP, and it's really nice to see that. It's refreshing, and I hope we will all benefit from, this lawsuit finally coming to an end positively for XRP and for Ripple. And the SEC really need to get their act together. And I think they'll have to get their act together because Congress is not going to look pleasantly on the SEC given how much failures they've had over the last little while and how corrupt they have seemed to be. They have proven to be, not even seem now based on evidence that we are starting to get over the last couple of decades. I did a video for you guys about 25 years that they've been destroying documents, and they got caught in the act that they were destroying documents. So very bad for the SEC. Great news for XRP. Hopefully a lot more positive news to come in the couple of days and weeks ahead. Thank you for watching this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.